Hey everyone, welcome back. While we usually talk tech and specs, right now a real-life thriller is unfolding over southwestern Iran, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Yesterday, it was confirmed that a U.S. F-15E Strike Eagle from the 494th, Black Panthers, was downed. One crew member was rescued almost immediately. It is clean, professional CSAR work, but the second, the WSO Weapon Systems Officer, is still out there, missing in the ZAGROS mountains. And here's where it gets dark. The Iranian authorities officially announced a $60,000 reward on national TV for his capture. Think about that for a second. This isn't just a search and rescue mission against the military anymore. Every local shepherd, every civilian with a rifle in those mountains is now a bounty hunter looking for a payday. The psychological pressure on that missing airman and the rescue crews is off the charts.
Attention please. Dear viewers, please pay attention. Citizens of the Kogiliu Yanboyer Amat province. Dear and courageous people, if you happen to find or capture any enemy pilot or pilots, and hand them over alive to the military or law enforcement forces, you will receive a massive reward and valuable compensation.
Now, let's look at the footage that would make any pilot's palms sweat. To find the missing WSO, the U.S. pushed a CSAR task force deep into hostile territory. 2 HH-60G Pave Hawks and an HC-130J Combat King II for coordination and fuel. Did you see that aerial refueling clip? That is absolute insanity. You have a massive HC-130J orbiting at low altitude inside Iranian airspace, while the Pave Hawks are plugged in taking fuel. This is extremely hazardous. In that moment, you are a sitting duck, limited speed, zero maneuverability. One of the Pave Hawks actually took hits from ground fire. You could see the black smoke trailing in the footage, and the Iranian side was already celebrating a kill. But the bird held, it took the hit, stayed in the air and finished the job. That is the ultimate testament to the airframe's battle damage tolerance. That's what separates a combat-hardened machine from a civilian toy. Let's pull up the map. These are the ZAGROS mountains. We're talking altitudes over 2,000 meters, 6,500 feet. For a helicopter, that means thin air, reduced engine performance, and nasty mountain turbulence. The big question is, how did the Americans pull off a mid-air refueling so deep inside Iran without getting swatted? In my opinion, there's either a massive gap in the Iranian integrated air defense in this sector, or U.S. electronic warfare, completely fried their sensors. But even without radar, where are the manpads? Where are the Iglas or Stingers? The fact that the tanker and the helos weren't dropped is either a colossal Iranian failure or pure luck. But make no mistake, it's a razor's edge. Searching for a pilot when an entire province is hunting him for cash. That takes nerves of steel. Let's hope they get him out, because falling into those hands is an aviator's worst nightmare. Drop a comment below. Was that refueling move pure balls or a massive Iranian screw-up? Fly safe, and I'll see you in the next one.